So, okay, this is what we're going to be doing this month. Because last month, I got off my horse. This month, I'm going to start you guys off with your love readings because I promised them to you last month, and what's the use of going back and doing June now? That's just how I feel. I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel. But I don't see the use in going back into the past, so we're going to jumpstart the future by starting with love, and then the second video of the month will be your general reading. Also, make sure you guys check out my last video. I'll try to put an annotation in here somewhere. If not, it's the full moon in Capricorn video, which is actually happening today, which today is the 9th of June. So it's going to last for the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th of this, this month. Those will be the 3 hot spot days for the that full moon energy. If you'd like to do any rituals of releasing or cutting any cords or anything like that, now would be a beautiful time. So to start off, we are going to be using I think this might be one of my favorite decks. This is my Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue. We're going to pull 3 from this deck. And you know how I am with numbers. I try to set stuff up, but sometimes I'll get more, sometimes I'll get less. I also just bought a brand new deck. And if you're kind of a novice on here as far as like watching other people's videos and stuff, you've probably seen this Oracle deck before, but it's the Romance Angel deck by Miss Doreen Virtue. It's the Holy Grail. I'm stepping my game up for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So even now, if you purchase readings for my customers that are out there, you guys have a choice on which decks I can use for you guys now. And I also have another deck that I bought that I think is really neat. It's called the Trust Your Vibes Oracle deck. And I actually used this one. Did I use this in the full moon? No, I did a full moon Periscope and I pulled from this deck. But you guys can check me out on Periscope too. It's just Nail Nicole. Same as everything else. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, this is going to be you guys' love reading for this month, July. I have to look at my computer to see what month we're in. Wish me luck, because I've just been lost in the sauce. Staying on track with certain things, but just like my brain. Whew, talk about overbooking, double booking. I've been needing rest, a lot of TLC. But at any rate, and then this full moon energy is fucking me up, I'm not going to lie. But we're going to go ahead and get into this love reading. So if you could, just sit with me, channel into your heart, center into your heart. Just feel any emotions that you're feeling right now. Spirit, ancestors, archangels, higher self. Please give me the messages for Aries this month. As far as love and relationships go, sex and romance. Give me whatever messages you have, that one, for Aries. Surrounding love, relationships, romance. Please be very deliberate with your messages. This one, yes. Okay. Oh, my neck is... Whew. I got into a car accident last year. And some days are better than others, I'll tell you that. Because my neck, child, you would think I lived a long life. All right, so you got these 3 cards here. You have the Dreamer, the Two of Air, and the World. I have a sense, I just have a sense that something is going on intellectually with you guys. Maybe some sort of limits are being placed, like the self-talk is limiting. Or the talk about the relationship, the manifestations that are happening, you're limiting yourself in some way. And you don't want to, you really do want to stretch your wings and fly. And it's safe for you to do that. Let's see. Any other messages that you guys have for us, angels? Please assist me in this reading. That one. Okay. Kind of a contradiction there. Just like these other cards. What's going on with y'all? I'll pull this card at the very end. I knew that was going to happen. I'm sorry, Aries. Y'all know I'm over here with my bootleg studio. Okay, so... like I said, you guys have the Dreamer. The Dreamer card to me... okay, I thought I was going to fall again. The Dreamer card to me symbolizes being at a new phase. It feels like you guys may be kind of starting over in your ideas about things. You may feel like, well, where do I go from here? And the truth is, you have all of the possibilities open to you. So it's really, you're only limited by what it is that you can conceive. And I know that with Aries, I don't mean to pinpoint you guys out. And this is only a sun, like, not a sun, but this is just like Aries might only be one aspect of your chart. You know what I mean? So don't, if you're an Aries sun or even a moon or a rising, don't feel attacked. But, you know, I'm kind of going off of you guys' archetype. You're ruled by Mars. Whether you're a sun, moon, or a rising, that aspect of you is ruled by Mars. Mars is the planet that likes to act first, ask questions, and think later. And so I feel like you guys are prone to that impulsiveness, and with impulsiveness can come a sense of like aggressiveness, even violence, a more domineering sort of essence that you guys have to yourselves. And sometimes you can be a little destructive within yourself and also within your relationship. So what was the point of me saying all of that? I don't know, but at whatever rate, you may have graduated from that and now you're like, okay, I don't want to be this way anymore within this relationship, because Aries can have a hard time with relationships simply for the fact that you guys are such independent beings. You're worried literally about yourself. Like, that's kind of Aries' mantra, is the self, you know? And so when it comes to sharing and compromise and compassion, you guys can tend to get a little lost with that. But for whatever reason, I'm feeling like you might be kind of reaching for that. You're wanting someone to reciprocate. That's really how I feel, but you might be at odds about it within yourself. Because the Two of Air always talks about us having some sort of mental, like, thought process that we're blocking ourselves. And we cause ourselves the anxiety because we don't want to make a certain decision or move in a certain way or do a certain thing. It's the resistance. It's the mental resistance before there even becomes a physical, tangible level of resistance. It's that knowing. I was just looking up the definition of cognitive dissonance. Someone dropped that on my timeline, one of my metaphysical friends in my head on my Twitter. And it was talking about, basically, that's the definition of believing in one thing but doing something else. Aries are some of the most selfless people I've ever encountered in my life. One of my very best friends is an Aries. Hi, Crystal. Love y'all. But yeah, and like, I even see it, well, I don't think I so much see it with her, but maybe like once or twice, where she'll be like hella patriotic about shit and be like, I just want to save the world. I just want to save the animals. And you guys legit will give the shirt off of your back for someone. But then in the same sentence, curse them to the pits of hell. Like, so which one is it? You know what I mean? Like, you got to choose one. You have to pick a choice, because both of these horses can't go at each other like this. They either need to go in one direction or the other. So choose. It literally says being unable or unwilling, just downright damn unwilling to make a decision. A stalemate, pretending there is no problem. And that's another thing you motherfuckers do. Y'all will be so apt, like so amped to go up and run up in somebody else's shit and tell them how their shit is not running right, or how they could do better. And like, you're the queen of fire in my head. So you guys definitely take charge and make shit happen. And you're like, fuck it. If nobody else is going to do it, I'm going to do it myself. That's such an Aries thing to say. And yet... excuse me, will have an issue within your own home life or within your own relationship, or even with your relationship with yourself. Be very, you know, not very self-aware. You think you are, but for whatever reason, you pass out on all the important emotional shit within yourself. And so it's like, there's that cognitive dissonance. There's that thought process that things should be this way and blah, blah, blah. And I can do it for everybody else, but can you do it for yourself? Right? And then there's the world. And it's so funny because I did a Periscope earlier that was actually surrounding the full moon, which is the topic of that YouTube I was telling you about. So I just been full mooning it all day. And I got the world card. So this one says, a job well done, joy, contentment, gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. I feel like and you have the Two of Air, that resistance, that level of friction, right in between two of the best cards, not the best cards, but you know, this is basically universe delivering to you everything that you feel like you can achieve, or everything that you feel like you're worthy of, everything that you feel like you've put yourself in alignment with and that you can have, and your trust in the universe coming back to you, right? So if you believe in good things will come. If you believe in bad things will come. Whatever you trust the universe to be, the universe will show up as that. I promise you, every single time. It's a law. It's like gravity. What goes up will come down. I don't give a fuck if it's a feather or a goddamn 20-story brick building. If it goes up, it's going to come back down. But then there's this dreamer card too that's kind of like, you do feel a little bit at a loss, and I feel like maybe you just don't want to be vulnerable within yourself right now. But I'm trying to tell you, surrender to the universe. If there is a love relationship that's going on right now and you're like, I don't know if I want to love, I don't know if I'm worthy of the love, I don't know if the love will be reciprocated back to me, I don't know if that's the right thing to do, honestly, go sit quietly and meditate on it, because you have all the answers, and you know when some shit is really real and when some shit is not. And that's one game we not gonna play. That's one of them reindeer games we gonna leave up to Rudolph and them. Okay, not for us. Like, we're not gonna be playing around with our lives like this. Because for the romance angel oracle, that's what it's called, it's a y'all got, it is safe for you to love. And I want y'all to internalize the shit out of this. As the sign of self, internalize that and make that about you. It's safe for you to love yourself. It's safe for you to be vulnerable with yourself. And then you also have pay attention to the red flags. Fam, what is it that's coming up right now for you that you need to heal? What is it that you're not trying to look at? What are you running from? Who are you running from? And I'm going to say this is a love reading, and it's coming out a lot like a regular guidance reading, because I mean, I feel like even in relationships, the only person you can really police is yourself. If you have to do too much policing to the person sitting across from you, then baby, that's probably not the person for you. Y'all don't need to be in cahoots right now, because in relationships, the only way to keep it 100, a buck, not 50-50. I don't know who told that lie. It's 100. You need 100% of you and 100% of them. Right? So in order for you to level up from that 50 to that 100% of yourself, you have to be able to be vulnerable with you. How do you expect to be vulnerable with another person or to love another person without that vulnerability? And how do you expect to be vulnerable with them if you can't even be vulnerable with yourself? So whatever red flags are, it says the signs are cautioning you. What is it that that's really been resting on your heart that you're not dealing with? Because it's safe for you to deal with it. Because I'm going to tell you this right now, nobody else is going to be able to unpack your shit for you. And you guys, it will take you back to square one. You will feel stripped. You will. Because you're so used to bigging yourself up and making yourself feel invincible. And I mean, I feel like to a certain extent, everybody needs to embody that. Everybody has Aries in their chart somewhere. Everybody does embody that. And everybody needs to realize that embodiment. But at a certain point, you got to balance it out with that opposition. The opposite to Aries is Libra. Libra is almost codependent. And I hate to say it because this might come out fucked up, but feel me. Feel energetically what I'm saying, not just like politically correct, the politically correct way to take it. But you need to express a little bit of codependency within yourself. Open up. Depend on you. And then maybe, I don't know, that will help your love relationships out somehow and probably open up a lot of opportunities for the universe to deliver to you good things. If you know you're self-sabotaging your relationship because you are already putting an air of doubt on it before you even give it a chance to flourish and manifest, I mean, that's what you asked for. You put the doubt out, so you're going to get doubt back. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's look at the Trust Your Vibes deck just to kind of see real quick if Spirit has any messages for how you guys, because basically this deck is about strengthening your psychic sensibilities. And it's so funny. The card y'all got just is such a hoot to me. But it's about strengthening your psychic sensibilities. And I want to start implementing this deck, and I bought it specifically for YouTube because I feel like I talk a lot about what's going on and the energies and all this and blah, blah, blah. But like, it's like, how do you make these things practical? How do I use this information that Nella is giving me in order to actually implement these structures into my life? Like, what messages of like movement, like what initiation, how should you initiate these ideas and implement these ideas into your own life? And the card that you got is 40. Be flexible. Be flexible. I don't have the little packet. I would read the description to you guys, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Be flexible within your relationships, within your relationship with yourself, first and foremost. Don't be so rigid and caught up in putting on airs or how it looks to people or seeming weak, because that's a fear of Aries. Like, they don't want, as I was saying, everything in balance, right? So just as much as you do need to be a strong individual and you do need to be self-sufficient, and absolutely it's okay for you to be, you know, fierce It's okay, but you need to balance that out. Like I said, with that Libra energy, which is a little bit more receptive, it's a little bit more submissive. And it's not to say that you need to submit to another person, but you do need to learn to soften the blow a little bit and submit to yourself. What is it that you need? Aries can often get caught in trying to fulfill everyone around them, you know, everyone else's needs, but they never really come back to fill up their own cup. So be wary of that this month. I really want you guys to flourish in your love lives. I know that y'all are like, I love it. You know, I've been with an Aries before. Y'all are pretty dope to me and everything, but that was the one issue, was that that person was so preoccupied with self, and yet it was just on the surface. Everything was kind of superficial. So I want you guys to really try to dig deep. And like it says, pay attention to the red flags. It's safe for you to love. It seems like these two things would be a contradiction, but if you think about it within that context of like, what is it that I really need to work on? And why don't I feel that it's safe for me to work on those things or to acknowledge, you know, my shortcomings? Because it always is. It always is. All right, Aries, I love you guys very much. As you know, if you like a personal reading with me, all you have to do is email me at nell4highvibe@gmail.com. That the email will be down in the description, if I could speak ever on camera. Just copy and paste it into your, you know, your Google if you have any questions or you would like any readings. I will be opening up the readings. I'm gonna type something out for you guys so that you know, like just like a little flyer or something to post what my new readings will be, because one will include the romance oracle, one will include the trust your vibes. I bought another deck that is centered around life purpose, and of course I have my trusty 2 tarot decks here with me as always. So you got options now, honey. You got options. So hit me up for a reading. If you'd like to check out my music, you can absolutely always visit nellnicole.com for the latest updates on that. I'm working on putting together like a montage of some of my live performances so that you guys can kind of feel like you're in that space with me and get to know me a little bit better in that way. Is there anything else? Anything else? My Snapchat, my Twitter, all of that will be listed down below. And of course, my music video will be listed in the end card. Like, all you have to do is just press the little link if you want to go see my video for Dreams, my official single. And I love you guys so much. Please like this video, share this video, and make sure to subscribe. Subscribe, and check out that full moon video if you're interested in learning what those energies could mean for you, because this full moon in Capricorn, I'm telling y'all, is so very intense. So if you like to stay informed, that'll be a good reference for you. And take notes so you can go back and review what's been going on for yourself, like throughout the years and stuff like that. All right, once again, I love you guys very much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.